Hello friends, this video will show how to solve foundation chain and first round problems. I'm sure that most of you that have crocheted for a while have encountered this problem. After finishing the second round, you find out that your work is twisted so that you ended up having to unravel the first round. And also, I think I discussed it on my other videos that sometimes you also run out of chains. So you also need to unravel the first round in order to correct the problem. Well, there is a way to avoid making those errors, and the way I do it is that instead of joining after making the foundation chain, instead of joining it before I make the first round, what you need to do is not join at all. So I'm gonna undo this joining. So just leave it loose like that. And also when you make the foundation chain, when you make the slip knot, do not tighten the slip knot and just leave it loose like that, so that when you make your first foundation round, your first round, what I mean to say is your first round, so you're gonna follow as the pattern says and crochet along the chains. And then at the very end, I have pre-done it like this. I have made this V-stitches on the foundation chain, and so I did not join. As you can see, I left a yarn tail of about half a yard, and so after I made the first round, then I come to the end then I will just do like the pattern says, like I'm needing to make a V-stitch right here. Okay, V-stitch, chain one between V-stitches, and then there is a 1, 2, 3 stitches between the V-stitches. So I'm lacking a stitch right here. For example, if I need more V-stitches to make the work longer, then I will just add, I will pull a big long loop there on the working end and use the yarn tail to add more foundation chains. So that is the reason half a yard or more yarn tail will be required for this, because you're gonna use it to coil around your finger and use it as your working end of the yarn. So the yarn tail become the working end of the yarn. So now I want to add, say I want to add 2 more V stitches. So I would need 1, 2, 3. So I will need the 4th one to hook on the next V stitch. And then another one to end in the round. Then I pull a mildly long tail of the yarn tail and go back to the working end. To make my V. So another V, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and I'll add a V there. One, two, 2 stitches between the V, and then finish the V stitch. Okay, so I created 1 V, and I said I need 2. So I'm going to add more stitches to create another V. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, where I'm gonna hook the V, and then another one to end the stitch. So just keep doing that until you made the required number of V's to fit the project. To say if you're making a blouse or something, to make the width of the blouse that's required. So chain 2, 1, 2, and make a V, 1, 2, 3, and hook it onto the 4th. I think I made a triple there. I don't need to make a triple. It's just a double crochet. Okay, so I added the number of V's that I wanted. So now the next thing to do is to connect the V's, join the V's together. So I have a starting V right here. So I need to chain 1 between the V. So I'm going to connect the 2 V's together, and this time making sure that the work is not twisted, and so it's easier to orient the stitches when you made the first round, rather than trying to untwist the foundation chain. So orient this, make sure that the top of the V faces on top toward the same direction, and it does. And make a slip stitch and pull a long loop. So you got the work like that. Now you're gonna go back to the working end, the yarn tail, in order to finish the foundation chain. So we need to make 3 stitches. There are 3 stitches between these, so I need to create 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to hook the stitch, the slip stitch on the base of the V. See, I already ran short, so half a yard or more is better for this work. And then pull the tail all the way through, because I'm sure at this point that the stitches that I need are there. So now I joined the two ends together, and I have met the required number of V stitches, and I don't have to unravel the work. Then I will continue as usual, just pick up the working end and resume following the pattern, whatever the pattern is. And so you have a good start of the first round of the project. It takes practice, but it is much easier than having to unravel and miscounting and then having to go back and unravel again. Anyway, I hope it helps you all. Thank you for watching.